Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Coronavirus Diary. Today, here's my guest today is Kelsey. So, Kelsey, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, so my name's Kelsey. I work for a farm and fleet retailer as in the buying office. So I'm a merch specialist. So I kind of do a lot of item setups, maintenance, that kind of deal.
Cool. And then, Kelsey, where are you located?
Well, right now I'm working from home in Hastings, but our office is normally in Eagan, Minnesota.
Okay, very cool. So, Kelsey, can you kind of tell me about your experience since pretty much since the coronavirus pandemic just kind of went worldwide and how it kind of affected your work and your
Yeah,
lifestyle?
yeah, for sure. So, with this whole coronavirus pandemic, it's been interesting to say the least to watch it unfold. And so, with my job being that we are kind of in the farm and fleet sector, I should add that we have several category managers or buyers, and I work in several departments, being housewares, food grocery, seasonal decorations, toys, pool and patio, lawn and garden are kind of the categories I maintain.
Okay.
And so being in the housewares and food industry, it's been we've seen a skyrocket in our sales. It's been kind of a nightmare trying to track down household essentials, think Clorox, toilet paper, paper towels, just your everyday needs. We've been cutting orders left and right every day. I get emails pretty much like on the hour asking, can you set up this item? Or vendors are reaching out to us, hey, I have 1,000 units of hand sanitizer. Do you want it? And we'll reply yes. And then we'll get an email back saying, oh, sorry, it's been sold to a different customer. So it's been kind of like a mouse chase,
Mhm.
essentially.
Wow, gotcha. So, do you actually work with the person? Like, do you ever meet anybody like face to face at all? Um, does that happen very often with your particular job, or?
Yeah, so as far as meetings go, usually I'd be in the office. It would depend on the day, but we usually have like a marketing meeting every other Monday to do our advertising turnover. Otherwise, it depends on the week and the day, but usually we'll have vendor meetings where some of our vendors will come in, show us like new products that they have, just kind of introduce themselves to us. Otherwise, I usually just work with the people in my office. But yeah, it just depends on the day and what is happening.
Gotcha. So, move my like workstation to my house, to my apartment here. So how was that kind of like that transition for you? Was it pretty simple or was it pretty hard?
The transition from being in the office to working from home is kind of easy for us because our office already allows us to work from home if we want to. Obviously, with this pandemic, it's been a little different and there's been a little more leniency. It's just weird though going from having two monitors at a desk to just having a laptop screen. So it's been a little difficult trying to work on multiple Excel spreadsheets at once. Otherwise, we have our VPN that we're all connected through. There's been a few hiccups here with a lot of us not being able to get into our shared drive to access some of the files that we need. Um, but otherwise, like last Sunday, we got an email from our CEO saying if you want to work from home for this week, being what was it, the 15th or something through the
Yeah.
20th. Otherwise, and then actually this morning when I signed into work and pulled up my emails, we actually had a email from our CEO saying that it's mandatory we work from home until Sunday, March 29th.
Oh wow, to March 29th. So okay. Um, so that's kind of like your work. How about your like kind of like your personal life? Like how is that affecting your like day-to-day activity?
Um, I would say the coronavirus really hasn't affected my day-to-day activity or life. I'm not scared, if I mean, to say the least. It's more so just kind of interrupting and disrupting your daily routine. Like
Mhm.
we have oh, it's been fine because I'm able to get out of the house and take her on her walks and stuff. But as far as, we're just not being able to go to restaurants or anything, like Fridays, Saturdays usually like to go out for dinner or lunch. And
Mhm.
now it's like, what are we going to do this weekend? We can't go. So it's that I think is the most annoying thing about this whole situation.
Yeah, I totally agree. For the preparation, did you do any kind of preparation ahead of this pandemic, of this quarantine type dealio? Did you have?
In terms of prepping for it, for like my home life, we
Mm-hmm.
really didn't. We just kind of, went to the grocery store and just, kind of got some more food because I usually grocery shop for the week. So I shop for the week or the day. So really we didn't have like a food supply to last us, 14 days if we had to go into the shelter mode that San Francisco and California is in right now. So I did go to the grocery store and kind of stock up on some more like just pasta, not really canned goods or anything because we don't eat that, but mostly just like pasta, some like mac and cheese, just so we have like something to eat. But other than that, not really.
Okay. How do you think? So, in the future, I guess after this pandemic is over, how do you think it's gonna change? Like, is your company gonna react maybe quicker? You think to this pandemic, or I guess not just your company, but like overall, do you think anything will change after this pandemic is over? What's your opinion on that?
My opinion on after what will happen after this is over, I don't think my company will necessarily change its ways. I do know that before this, we were looking at expanding, buying like a 64,000 square foot distribution center. We already have 3, but we wanted to add another just so we can start keeping back stock items. So I think this will give us that push that we needed to kind of get that and maybe just ramp up and keep like the everyday items in stock and flowing constantly on replenishment, like your Clorox, your wipes, your disinfecting sprays, your toilet paper. So that's already been an ongoing process for us, but I think this will just push us to do that. And honestly, this might sound funny, but
Yeah, no worries.
what happened, we had, God, what was it, like 20,000 cans of tuna that was about to expire in June.
Mm-hmm.
And since this happened, we've been selling like 5,000 units of tuna a day.
Wow. Do you think that trend is happening?
Yeah, for sure. I think the reason sales have gone up is because everyone's kind of in panic mode, and
Mhm.
our stores are in like rural America. So pretty much like your farm town, your small town, USA is kind of where all of our stores are pretty much located. One's 3 hours outside of Chicago, Illinois. So it's just kind of, I feel like our customer is like the typical American. And so I think just them kind of panicking, they're kind of stocking up. And we even had a Facebook post last week, I think, about somebody who went to our Michigan store and they actually like posted like they had them and it was like a picture of our 700 count disinfecting wipes.
Mm-hmm.
So people are just panic buying, just wanting to make sure they have everything they need. Even our ammo sales have like been through the roof, and I don't get why people are stocking up on guns and ammo. But I guess, I mean, everyone to teach your own. But yeah, even I looked, what was it? I think Wednesday I pulled sales, and we through last no month to date on Wednesday, we've
Mm-hmm.
made $70,000 off of toilet paper sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess, do you have like kind of any advice for the people maybe that's watching this interview? Do you have anything to tell them about this pandemic? Do you want to add anything?
Honestly, I think this is just gonna pass. I mean, I just think people need to know that there's so much stress, I feel like, on the brick and mortar like store retail employees that like people they're getting the grunt of it. Like, why don't you have this in stock? Why don't you have that in stock? We are truly trying in the buying offices to get stuff in stock. It's just a game, and it's like trying to chase a mouse if you're a cat, and it's just, we'll go after something and then they'll sell it to somebody else. And people like need to realize that like the smaller retailers, we're trying to get products, but it's
Mhm.
just hard, and the Walmarts and Targets of the world are obviously going to get the items before smaller companies and smaller stores.
Sure. Wow. Well, thank you for your perspective and your answering all my questions, and also thank you for being on here. Is there anything else you'd like to add that you haven't mentioned yet?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. Well, Kelsey, thanks again for being on this show, or I guess on this YouTube channel video. So much appreciated.